Wagwan guys, what's going on? I hope you're doing well. I cannot complain myself. So, Bhad Bhabie is in the news again. I believe she just recently announced that she had cancer, and this was prior to what leaked out. I think she was getting drugged by her baby daddy, LV, kind of like up the driveway area. What seemed like DV. I'm not too sure if it was even reported as that, but you know, that's not cool, right? Domestic violence is not cool in any type form. And it was weird, right? Like, to me, it was weird because I pointed out in that situation, like, she would always like be talking about, no, not always, but like she popped out, and that's what was kind of crazy. Like, she popped out and she tweeted something about like Chief Keef, and I was like, that was kind of weird because I never really knew or heard anything or saw anything, but it was super interesting. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, oh, they have something going on. Like, this is, I mean, this is new to me, right? But I thought that was weird how she's confessing her love for Chief Keef, but she has a baby by LV and like they're together, you know what I'm saying? And then cut to, he's dragging this lady on what seems to be, he's dragging her on CCTV, and then, like, you know, this is spilled out into the public arena, as you guys saw. But okay, fast forward through all of that, you know, well, I'll say this, and I've always thought, like, if somebody, you know, is being violent in any type of way, you know, she's, you know, 98 pounds soaking wet, if that, and if you guys are like, you know, rough housing or whatever, you're young, okay, I get it, whoop-de-woo, but like, you know, if someone's being violent, I never thought it was a good idea for like to just stick around, but obviously she stuck around. They do parent a child together, so I believe she tried to make things work. Kudos for her for trying to do that. But I think what happened now is, because now she obviously announced that she and LV are no longer together, they're split, and then like while she's announcing, he basically spawns from another part of the house, and he's like, you know, just walking in her video where like she's talking to the audience of, you know, I don't know, of like millions, and she's getting ready to like upload this to social media, and you know, he's just like chilling out, and the live is obviously about the situation, like, of, you know, deception on his part, and he's cheating on her, and then like he just walks by, so, you know, nonchalantly. So I was like, it's kind of weird, but I never really understood like how, you know, he's like what he actually does, or, you know what I'm saying, like if he's famous to like what certain degree, if any. I don't know if he does music. I haven't seen any of his music. I did see, I think I got a video in there of him skating. I don't know if he skates or he does motocross. I see he does have a bike in there as well. He has like, he does like this kick flip and then pop shove it. I'm thinking like he's maybe gonna do like, you know, Ollie North, something like that, the way he, you know, positioned himself, but he didn't do that. He, you know, he did like a pop shove it, and on that kick flip he had no pop, so I'm gonna need to see some pop on that. But you know, I'm not too sure you know, how he got his notoriety, his fame, or basically how they really got together. I really never even knew about, you know, how that started, so that would be interesting to see if she ever does talk about that, or he talks about that. But that doesn't necessarily mean you have to be famous or anything to like be with somebody. Doesn't, I mean, you know, saying that has accomplished or gained a level of fame themselves doesn't mean you have to be famous as well, right? But long story short, I think he like maybe starts talking to this chick. I think she's a singer, and her name is Alabama Baker, if I'm not mistaken. Not a bad looking chick as well. Bhad Bhabie's not a bad looking chick either, you know what I'm saying? But I'm not too sure what it was. Obviously it probably has something to do with the dysfunction that was already present in the household. Even though they do share a child together, she did try to patch that up. Like I always say, you know, when you have, you know, domestic violence, of course, right, but definitely when you have any type of deception like cheating, man, this person could do anything. They could literally line you up for your greatest demise, you know what I'm saying, because deception is working, and it's like it's in their nature now, you know, to not be honest with you. So when those type of things happen, it's, you know, it's time to run from the hills and cut your losses. Don't try to make, you know, things work out, even though, yes, kudos to trying to make things work out with the, you know what I'm saying, your child's father, you know what I'm saying. But now in this day and age, you know, you guys can still co-parent to a certain degree, right? But essentially, like, what happened, she made a video talking about it. Basically, you know, it's conflict of interest, and they know each other to a certain degree, but somehow I believe she doesn't know that her and LV were like, I don't know, you know what I'm saying? She said she didn't really know. It's a possibility, I guess, that she didn't know that LV was, you know, dating Bhad Bhabie. And I don't know, maybe I heard that part wrong, but essentially what happened is Bhad Bhabie catches LV in a lie, and then he basically confesses, tells her his truth, his whole side of the story. And then, like, while she has the truth because she's found the text or whatever, and she's like communicating through she's communicating this back to Alabama Baker, and she's basically, you know, what Bhad Bhabie's saying, right? She's basically saying like that she was not coming out and telling the truth. Basically, she was like still kind of lying and somewhat basically not confessing that she was talking to him. And, you know, she obviously comes out with her side of the story. She puts it online, and she's like basically saying like, you know, they really didn't do anything, but like she was like, they were like physical to where like basically like I think they like were laying on each other or something like that. So I don't know, it's kind of weird, but I mean, if you like talking to multiple people at one time, you know what I'm saying, it's people out there that, you know, do as well. So I think, you know, honesty is the key, and you just coming off the top and just saying like, you know, you get a lot further just being honest. And lastly, I'm gonna say this, like, both women are very attractive. Yes, both women are, but like 100% Danielle is probably gonna be, you know, that's probably gonna be base, that's probably gonna be home, you know, just because you share a child with this woman already. So like, you know, that should be it at that point in time, right? And, you know, the fact that he basically lied and you know, he just went ahead and kind of finished out things, you know, you have to watch out for that. When people can be deceptive, you know, like that, it's easy for them to even line you up in some type of way, right? To where the deception is already there. So you just have to kind of watch those things. And especially if someone's putting their hands on you, you have to cut your losses and just kind of, you know, take things for what they are. I believe Alabama Baker basically, she came out and said like, yeah, they were talking, like I said before, to a certain degree. And obviously he's being deceptive. And normally I believe LV basically copped to everything first. And what Danielle was saying, what Bhabie was basically saying was like, she was still lying, or she was not confessing to like what was going on, while she already had the truth from like LV in his phone. And it's normally the inverse. I will say that was kind of odd. Even like earlier on, I'm pretty sure, you know, just I believe I'm Gen Z. No, she's Gen Z and I'm a millennial. So, I don't believe it's that. The age gap is very different, but like even from like, you know, when I was coming up, normally like girls corroborated stories first, and then by the time you found out, you know what I'm saying, it was she had already conversed with, you know what I'm saying, everybody, you know what I'm saying. So like that was kind of weird because normally it's the inverse to how things went, but LV copped to everything first. So, you know, long story short, the point walking away from this is I believe what is happening now should have already happened, because I mean, you have, you know, violence taking place, and even though you may want everything to be nice for the camera, everything nice for the public, especially, you know, you having a large presence on social media, and you want to have, you know, you want to keep a face, you want to save face. That's what it is. You're trying to save face to a certain degree, but that's really, things don't work like that. It's only so much you can do for yourself. You can't disrespect you. You can't. I've said this before. It's impossible to disrespect yourself. It's impossible. It's gonna be some type of reaction that's gonna offset that. You know what I'm saying? Then, you know what I'm saying? So you might as well take care of that situation right then and there and just nip things into a bud, so you don't have any other type chain reaction happen further down the road where it's like, you know what, I should have took care of it then and there, and I would have cut it off at the head. But listen, I don't want to make this video too long. That's what I got for you guys. Like the video, share the video, drop a comment. Hey guys, peace, dude. I'm out.